Good afternoon and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our New York studio. I'm Chris Taylor. U.S. President Donald Trump has announced that future talks with Iran will now be conducted remotely, while also appreciating Pakistan for its mediatory role between Washington and Tehran. In a recent interview, Trump said direct travel for negotiations was unnecessary, suggesting that Iran could engage through telephone communication instead. His remarks followed the cancellation of a planned visit by U.S. officials to Islamabad for a second round of talks. The first round of historic U.S.-Iran discussions took place in Islamabad earlier this month after a Pakistan-brokered ceasefire, but the talks ended without a final agreement. Trump reiterated that Iran must not acquire nuclear weapons, warning that no deal would be possible otherwise. Pakistan, meanwhile, continues diplomatic efforts to bring both sides back to the negotiating table as tensions remain high over the Strait of Hormuz and nuclear commitments. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has now left Islamabad for Moscow after a brief but significant diplomatic visit, as efforts continue to revive talks between Iran and the United States. Araghchi arrived in Pakistan for the second time in 2 days following consultations in Muscat as part of his wider regional diplomatic tour. During his stay, he met senior Pakistani officials to discuss bilateral relations and the evolving regional situation. Pakistan remains a key mediator in efforts to reduce tensions between Tehran and Washington. However, despite ongoing diplomacy, there is still no clear sign that direct negotiations between Iran and the United States will resume anytime soon. For more on this developing story, we go to our Islamabad correspondent, Sarah William.
Thank you, Chris. Officials here in Islamabad say Pakistan is maintaining active communication with both Washington and Tehran in an effort to prevent further escalation. Diplomatic sources suggest that recent consultations focused heavily on maritime security, especially around the Strait of Hormuz, and concerns over Iran's nuclear commitments. Pakistan is also encouraging confidence-building measures before any formal second round of talks can begin. Analysts believe Islamabad's neutral role remains critical in keeping diplomatic channels open during this tense period.
Thank you, Sarah William in Islamabad. Meanwhile, Iran's top diplomat Abbas Araghchi also held key meetings in Oman, where he met Sultan Haitham bin Tariq to discuss regional tensions and ongoing peace efforts. Both sides emphasized the importance of dialogue and diplomacy to achieve lasting political solutions and long-term regional stability. Araghchi also praised Oman's role in supporting peace initiatives. Discussions included security concerns in the Strait of Hormuz and efforts to end the ongoing conflict involving the United States and Israel. Separately, he held phone calls with Saudi and Qatari leadership, exchanging views on regional developments and diplomatic progress across the Gulf. Pakistan is also intensifying diplomatic efforts to bring the United States and Iran back to the negotiating table after initial talks in Islamabad ended without agreement. The first round of direct talks, held earlier this month, concluded without a breakthrough but successfully avoided collapse. However, the second round has been delayed due to rising tensions between both sides. Key sticking points include Iran's closure of the Strait of Hormuz and the U.S. blockade of Iranian ports, both of which are significantly affecting global oil routes. While President Trump has extended the ceasefire, major disagreements remain over maritime access and Iran's nuclear program, keeping negotiations at a standstill. In the United States, world leaders have strongly condemned the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner in Washington, calling for unity against political violence. The incident caused panic as gunfire forced the evacuation of President Donald Trump and other high-profile guests. Leaders from Europe, Asia, and the Middle East expressed relief that the president was safe and stressed that violence has no place in democratic societies. Many also praised the swift response of U.S. security agencies in preventing further casualties and restoring control at the scene. In the Middle East, Lebanon has reported that Israeli airstrikes in its southern region have killed at least 14 people despite an active ceasefire. According to Lebanon's health ministry, the victims include 2 women and 2 children, while 37 others were injured. The incident marks the deadliest escalation since the ceasefire came into effect just over a week ago. The strikes have raised fresh concerns over the stability of the already fragile truce and fears of renewed wider conflict in the region. And finally, Pakistan has notified 6 transit routes for transporting goods to Iran under a new statutory regulatory order titled Transit of Goods through Territory of Pakistan Order 2026. The move allows cargo transportation against an incashable bank guarantee and aims to clear thousands of containers currently stuck at Karachi Port and Port Qasim. The Ministry of Commerce says the order regulates transit under customs laws and international agreements. It also outlines procedures for cross-stuffing, security guarantees, and approved transit corridors. The order officially came into effect on April 25th amid ongoing regional trade and security pressures. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.